So this collective has someone who tends to be a little bit avoidant, a little bit dismissive, going in a whole different direction, okay? I have been unable to stop hearing this song, channeling this song, seeing this song on my Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok. Insane, okay? It's 7:17 as I'm starting to record this message too. But Scary Love by The Neighborhood has literally been following me around like crazy. I wrote it on my list of collective messages to do, and they're telling me today is the day to get to it, okay? And I feel like there's a sense of urgency within this collective. I feel like this collective, you might be used to kind of taking things slow. This person might be kind of taking things slow, used to kind of just chilling, going with the flow, going with the kind of day-to-day kind of situation. But we're gonna play the song in a second, but the song basically is like you've opened this person up to like a world of love that they never even believed in. I feel like this person, it's not that they were like non-committal because they like to mess around with multiple people or break people's heart, or like, I just don't think they ever foresaw meeting someone like you, wanting a connection like yours, and wanting something deeper and more fulfilling in this life. And so you got them a little bit scared, you got them a little bit intimidated, you got them a little bit anxious towards the future, but in those same emotions, they are still so excited to see what this is going to result in, because they may be a little bit intimidated, they might be a little bit frightened, but at the same time, you are again opening up their eyes to a world of possibilities and to love that they honestly never foresaw themselves having or experiencing. So whoo, we're gonna get into it. Literally the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. Move to the city with me. I don't wanna be alone. You're too pretty for me, baby, I know. Yeah, you did better when you felt so low than anybody else I've loved. Baby, I got good luck with you. I didn't know you so far, and it's only the start. Baby, you got me worried. You got this person nervous, but it's like in positive ways, okay? And I talk about this a lot with my clients and in collective messages, but sometimes we truly are supposed to be the trigger in people's lives, okay? And we might be like taken offended by it, we might be taken back by it, but really, honestly, sometimes we have to be that ignition in order for someone to invoke change, in order for someone to want more from themselves, more from their connection, a lot of things. But we have so much cards coming out. I don't even really know where to start. The first two cards that came out though were the Nine of Wands and the King of Pentacles in the reversal. This person doesn't feel like they are stable enough and grounded enough and have enough money and enough resources to like provide for you. And I think that's something, again, they've kept people kind of at an arm's length for a really long time in their life. And at this point, they're realizing that they want further commitment. With everything going on with this song too, they want that deeper level. The Four of Wands talks about marriage, it talks about celebrations, it talks about formalities, right? And the Eight of Wands is like they want to move forward with that, but at first I'm hearing like there needs to be an addressing of the core wound here. And it's that we're so defensive and we're so guarded within our emotions, within our physical self, within the thoughts that we have, and we don't let anybody in. It's really giving, we don't even really realize how stable we actually are because we've never gotten out of our own head. We've never gotten out of, the responsibilities that we have, the debt that we have in the spiritual and in the physical, right? And it's like this person is a lot more stable than they give themselves credit for, but they have to let somebody else in to really showcase that to them, okay? This person does want to move on and they do see victory with you, but in the same breath, they are so scared of getting their heart broken. They are so scared of getting their heart broken. That's probably why they've kept a lot of people at arm's length, is because they know that if they give people access and permission and get close, it can be a very beautiful thing, but it can be so scary at the same time. And this person needs to really, again, this core wound needs addressing, because as long as this person stays defensive, again, the Hermit card being one of the first cards at the beginning of the reading, as long as this person stays defensive and they push people away and they don't allow themselves to truly be seen as who they are, then they're going to forever feel like that. And again, I feel like that's why you are the spiritual ignition, you are the spiritual activator in this person. And there's something like you've been showing them what it means to be successful, what it means to be happy.
I just want to pause it just to make sure everything's safe. But the Six of Wands, they've never felt like more victorious with you. Okay. And I'm not even just talking like in the relationship. Yes, just the two of you guys together, they feel victorious, but I'm talking in their career. I'm talking in their finances, in their physical health, and their mental health, and so many different areas in life. When they're with you, like they feel on top of the world. And they've never, it's scary to kind of have that placeholder and to kind of have that feeling, because they are so scared of it getting taken away from them. They're so scared of it getting taken away from them. They're so scared of like having all of this dopamine and all of this excitement and all of this joy and all of this connection. And then again, it just resulting in heartbreak. But what the universe is really trying to instill in them, Cherry Flavored starts playing by The Neighborhood, another love song. We got to stop expecting things to happen. We got to stop living in the past and that anxiety, or in that depression. And we got to stop living in the future where we have that anxiety. We can't be depressed about everything that's happened to us. And we can't allow that depression to instill anxiety in the future and have us place expectations and certain things that aren't meant for us. Like, this person is really getting reminded that you are special and you're not like those other people. And I feel like there could have been those tests and those conversations and those moments and that time that it took to get close to this person on an intimate level, because this person has such a hard time letting people in. Such a hard time letting people in, but you have nothing but love to give this person. And that's also something that's scary. As weird as it is to say out loud, they're scared of getting hurt, and they're also scared of not getting hurt, because both are different and weird experiences that they haven't had with someone of your level, someone on your caliber. So let's just pull some cards and see what this collective should be doing. Any information, any advice that we have. The Nine of Pentacles instantly flies to the floor. And then we have the Three of Wands, and we have the Six of Cups in the reversal. The Hierophant right beneath the Three of Wands. Again, part of being a spiritual igniter and a spiritual ignition is being that example. Being that leader by example, showing just through your own actions and through your own principles. And this person's really seeing you stand in your own power and in your own sovereignty. 717 again, that could be definitely a angel number for you, a sign for you. Excuse me, but the Nine of Pentacles, man, stay in your own garden. Stay in your own garden. I feel like the more that you try to creep, the more that you try to apply pressure, the more that you try to come in, the more that they're going to have that natural reaction to want to push you away, to not want to allow you in. And so right now you have to be focused on your own garden. And again, understand that you might not be seeing how they're looking at you or when they're looking at you. 747, but you have been a huge prime example for somebody in their own evolution. Okay, so you just continuing to do that. The Hierophant, you're on a mission. And this is like, I really feel like this love. Church Bells by Henry Morris is playing right now. You have this person wishing on a star. You have this person believing in love again. You have this person excited, and there's so much fear and anxiety that's coming up. But really what Spirit and the universe is reminding you is that this is to be worked through. This isn't to be succumbed to. This isn't to change things. This isn't to hurt. This isn't to betray. But this is, again, to remove any existing low vibrational energies, ideas, attachments, belief systems, so that we can, again, fully let this love in. Because the Hierophant and the Four of Wands getting pulled in a reading, like, this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. And it's as beautiful as your guys' love. And the more that you start to accept that, I'm hearing too, this person could have had a hard time really realizing how truly divine and rare and profound your guys' love is. Because this isn't just an average couple. This isn't just a getting together. Like, you guys likely met very odd circumstances at random times in your life when you weren't expecting it, when you were least expecting it, right? Because it is one of those divine unions that is like, despite any and all odds stacked against you, the two of you guys are going to come into that union. And when you do, it's so beautiful. And again, you might not have the words for it. You might not be spiritually tapped in. You might not be able to fully describe it or understand it, but you can just feel it. And it is that feeling, it is that inner knowing that this person is truly understanding, hey, that's my person, and I might be scared, I might be a little bit anxious, I might be a little bit intimidated, but it is that inner knowing that that's my person. And I just heard they're ready to go all in, okay? That's what I have for you guys, my love. If you need me for a personal, you can do so through the link in the bio. This is my only account, and I will never reach out asking for money, readings, anything of that sort, okay? Till next time.